Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter, weather and climate. The weather keeps on changing every day. Some days are bright, sunny and hot, whereas others are cloudy, rainy or cold. Weather and climate are the two words which sound similar, but there is a lot of difference between these two terms. Let us try to know in detail about these words. Weather and climate. Day-to-day changes in the atmospheric conditions is called weather, and weather depends on hour-to-hour changes in the temperature. Climate, the average weather conditions of an area over a long period of time is called climate. The climate of a place remains same for many years. Example of weather, weather may be hot or cold, sunny or cloudy, windy or calm. Examples of climate, the major seasons are summer, winter, rainy and autumn. Means in these seasons the weather remains same for many months even. Weather is related, what is the main difference between weather and climate? Weather is related with the short period of time and climate is related with long period of time. The study of weather conditions is known as meteorology and study of climatic condition is called climatology. These days, satellites in space send back pictures which tell the meteorologist a lot about the weather all around the globe. Meteorologist is a scientist who studies and forecasts the weather. Kalpana 1 and INSAT 3A are the weather satellites of India. In this picture, you can see the major seasons of India. In India, we have four main seasons: winter, summer, spring and autumn. What does the weather depend on? On which factors the weather depends? The weather of a place depends on temperature, wind, rain and humidity. Temperature, when the temperature is high, the place will be hot, and when the temperature is low, we say it is cold. It is higher during the day than night, and temperature is higher in summer than in winter. We use a thermometer to measure the temperature. The next factor on which the weather depends is the wind. What is wind? Moving air is called wind. The winds which blow from the cold regions make a place cool, and the winds blowing from the hot regions make a place hot. Breeze. What is breeze? Soft blowing wind is called breeze. Gale. A wind, when the wind blows strongly, and it is called gale. And what is storm? Bad weather with strong winds and rain is called storm. In this picture you can see this is a wind vane is shown. What is a wind vane? The arrow points in the direction from which the wind blows. The next factor on which weather depends is rain and the water cycle. What is water cycle? When water in water bodies, what are water bodies? River, lakes, ponds, oceans. So when the water in water body gets heated by the rays of the sun, vapors rises from the water, and these vapors rises up in the atmosphere, and when these vapors cool down and condenses, they change into clouds, and when these clouds become heavy, they fall down on the earth as precipitation or in the form of rain. And again the water in the water bodies gets heated by the rays of sun and rises up, changes into vapors, clouds are formed and rain is fallen. So this cycle of water keeps moving on. This is called water cycle, and this is also an important aspect of weather patterns on earth. Snow and hail. When you go on high places, when you go at high altitude, the air gets cooler and water droplets, means drops of water, freeze, and clouds are made up of ice crystals. When these crystals become heavy, they fall as snow flakes. And what is hail? In very cold regions, these raindrops freeze, and these frozen raindrops, they join to form ice balls. These ice balls are called hailstones. Fog, dew and frost. These words also seems similar, but there is a little difference in these words. Fog is a cloud which is formed close to the ground. Dew means water drops on cold leaves, petals, grass, etc. And what is frost? When dew is frozen, it is called frost. Humidity. What is humidity? The amount of water vapor in the air is called humidity. When there is a lot of water vapor in the air, we say it is humid. The air can hold only a fixed amount of water vapor in the air. If it has already a lot of water vapors, it cannot take up any more. So on a humid day, we feel sticky and uncomfortable. Wet clothes also take much time to dry when it is humid. Now what is climate? As I told you earlier, climate is the average weather conditions of an area over a long period of time, and climate also depends on many things. First point on which the climate depends is places near the equator. Places near the equator get direct rays of the sun. As it is shown in the picture, you can see in this picture, you can see this circle which is shown here. Here the sun rays fall directly and over a short area the rays are falling. So these places will be hot because these are lying near the equator. And in this line you can see this area. Here the sun rays are falling slanting, means rays are not directly falling on this area, rays are slanting and they are covering a large area. So these places will be cool. And climate of a place also depends on how high it is. Places in hills and mountains have a cooler climate than in poles. When you go to the hill stations, you must have felt that climate is very cool there because those places are on a height. As we go higher, the temperature lowers, temperature gets low and those places are very cool. Our country India also is closer to the equator than to the poles. So we have a warm climate. We also have a long rainy season. I hope you all have understood this chapter. Thank you.